Oh, hello, everybody. And thank you so much. You also made a donation as well. Thank you so much, Jane Moon, and thank you, Mercedes. Let me go ahead and add you, Nadia, to the list. I hope everyone is doing great. Thank you so much, Mercedes. Um, did you want a 5-card reading, or did you want a 15-card reading, or were you interested in 3 5-card readings? Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Yeah, you know what? It's actually been a little while since I've been on myself. And we also received another donation from someone else. Please let me know what your name is in the chat so I can add you to the list. A 15 card, you got it, Mercedes. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Oh, and you donated as well. I'm sorry, let me see. Where did you make your donation? Oh, on PayPal. Okay. Is it under a different name? Cause yeah, I just saw that. So sorry. 1 second, everybody. Embiid. Okay, great. Let me go ahead and add you as well. Thank you. All right. What are Billy's feelings and intentions towards me now? Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, intentions towards Mercedes? And what are your guys' signs again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are Billy's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Mercedes? Okay. 1 sec. I'm doing that now. All right, Mercedes, my darling, let's see. We have Page of Pentacles reversed, 6 of Swords reversed, the High Priestess reversed, 7 of Swords, Page of Wands, 9 of Cups reversed, King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, the Hermit, 4 of Wands, the Sun, the Empress reversed, the Chariot reversed, 8 of Swords, and King of Wands reversed. Okay, a lot of mixed energies here. Do you mind possibly just jogging my memory. Because I know I believe I've read for you and Billy in the past, Mercedes, but I don't quite remember the entire context of the connection, whether this is someone from your past or someone who you are currently dating. I do see, I do sense and see a kind of a feeling of instability on your part with this Page of Pentacles reversed, feeling as though things might not be on as solid ground as they ideally should be. And I have to apologize for my 2 broken nails. They are a mess. My nail ladies, I need to move on to some new nail ladies. Anyway, feelings of instability on your part here, love, with this Page of Pentacles reverse, and a general feeling of like not feeling completely satisfied. He's married, bisexual. We are currently dating. Not sure if I should keep entertaining. Okay. Yeah. You definitely hold a torch for him. You definitely see a lot of value in him for sure. You still, the flame is still. I know, girl, these, oh my God, they broke like so quickly. And then a third one broke as well. Not to digress here, but it pissed me off so much. I'm switching nail ladies. I've been going to them for the same nail ladies for 3 years. And the past like 4 times I've been, one of them or 2 or 3 has broken off in like a day of me getting them done. So I'm tired of it. And I'm just going to find some new nail ladies and so my nails are just going to be gross for the next couple of days because I'm super busy. But anyway, hopefully sooner than later, right? All right. So he's okay. He also helps you out financially, so it's complicated. Okay. Yeah, he definitely holds a torch for you, love, with this Page of Wands, this 4 of Wands. Like I said, the flame is really like hot between the 2 of you. Yeah, no, these nail ladies used to be great, but I feel like now they just kind of take advantage of the fact that I always go to them. Maybe it's in my head, and at first I was like, well, did they switch like products? And they didn't. And they haven't switched like methods either, but this is just a mess. Anyway, he's not feeling like completely on like solid ground either, with this King of Wands reversed. Not sure if he's going in the right, he doesn't know if he's going in the right direction or doing the right thing here. There's a lot of up and down energy, but what is really solid that I do see is that he is very, very, still very, very drawn to you. That's very much undeniable. In terms of his thoughts towards you, we have the 6 of Swords reversed, the King of Pentacles. You mentioned a financial thing as well here, and the Empress reversed. I think he finds it very, very difficult and thinks it would be extremely difficult to walk away from you, or if you were to walk away from him, like you said, I think you mentioned that you were considering walking away from him. And I think he's quite fearful of that. You love him, which was not supposed to happen, but it did. So I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. He probably won't leave his wife. Yeah, that's the problem I'm seeing, love, is that I don't often see people leave their spouses when they're in a relationship during that time. It does happen sometimes, and so I don't want to base this on everything else I've seen, but I'm basing this more on what I'm seeing here. Is it's not that I feel like I don't feel like he's completely happy in his marriage, but I think there's more that binds than we think, if that makes sense. There's more that binds him than meets the eye. I don't know if he has a family with this person or not, but there's something binding him. It could be financial ties, but there is like a financial obligation he feels towards you with this King of Pentacles. But this Empress reverse is troubling for me to see. The Empress is usually indicative of like a wife-like figure. Yes, makes sense. They have family. Yeah, family and finances combined really makes things tricky for sure. Like I said, I don't feel like he's enamored with her, at least anymore. But there are other ties that bind. Yeah, and I think ultimately, and the Empress is also the mother card as well. He is, bound to her in that sense that she's the mother of his children. He does feel like he would kind of like to like strike free here. But it's more like this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, Knight of Pentacles right in the center. I feel like it's more like he if he can, he would really like to have both of you at the same time. But that's really up to you, darling. As you know, you draw the boundaries here. And we just received a donation from someone. Please let me know. I think I know who it is, but please just let me know in the chat. Thank you very much. And he feels like it's very difficult for him to just move away from either you or his family, his wife. He feels very stuck, and I see this energy here as well with this Six of Swords reversed. His intentions are not looking great, love. I'm going to be honest. We have the Seven of Swords, the Hermit, and the Eight of Swords. I thought it was you, Angel. Thank you so much, love, for your donation. Let me add you really quick to the list here. Hey, Charles. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Angel. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, his intention, Seven of Swords, the Hermit, and the Eight of Swords. The Seven of Swords, in terms of his intentions, it's like if he can, he'll do whatever's necessary, I feel, to have what he wants. And I think what he wants is both of you. And I'm not trying to paint him as a bad man in any way or a duplicitous man, but that is really what the Seven of Swords is about, largely. Lies, betrayal, deceit, deception. And I'm fearful that he might be wanting to or planning to deceive you in some way. He really doesn't want to lose you, but it's very much things are on his terms. And I feel like if he can't have things on his terms, if there's absolutely no way, he's still going to try to find some way to bind you with this Eight of Swords right underneath the Seven of Swords and this Eight of Swords. So I find these all quite alarming, his intentions in general. Like I said, I'm certainly not trying to, like, make him seem like a bad man or a duplicitous man or anything like that, but there is definitely an energy of, like, he will do whatever is necessary in order to keep you in his life, with the exception of actually leaving his wife, I feel. That bind, I feel, is really, really strong, and I don't, it could very well just be his children that are binding him here. But I mean, you mentioned as well the financial aspect as well. A lot of people, divorces cost a lot of money. It's not just, the process of divorce, but also what you lose in the divorce. And it's really tricky because you're really going to have to, I mean, I can't tell you what to do, Mercedes, obviously, but what I feel, what I'm sensing from your guides and what I'm seeing in these cards here is that you should definitely draw your own line in the sand, which I think you've already done. It's tricky. I mean, there's three tricky parts about having boundaries, right? It's identifying what those boundaries are, being able to set them, and then maintaining them and not straying from that. And all three of those can be very difficult. I think you've identified what the boundaries are. Now it's about, keeping them as delineated as possible. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Because I feel like he's the type who really doesn't take no. I don't mean this in like a physical way. I don't mean this like he's like but he doesn't often take no for an answer. I think he's often used to getting things his own way in his life, and with very much this energy of doing like whatever is possible, whatever is necessary, whatever is possible in order to attain what he ultimately wants, which I do think, I'm going to add a bonus card here that's not showing up, but I'm feeling it, I'm seeing is the Two of Pentacles. I feel like if the world were his way, he would be able to have both of you. And that's really what, you've got to identify here if you're okay with this, or what you have to identify what you're okay with, what you're not. Make that clear and stick by that. And I know that can often be much easier said than done. And he should know a thing or two about boundaries, honestly. He's a Libra. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing there. And I don't know how much I do remember you telling me he told you about his identity or sexual preference. What was I going to say? And things moved really fast. But I believe you were talking about like where to go from here the last time we spoke, just like whether you should go forward or not. And like I said, he's not a bad guy, and I definitely sense and feel that there is like a huge amount of like attraction between the two of you and chemistry that's very real. But also be mindful of what he tells you, because I don't know how long you've known him for, but with that Seven of Swords, you know, people can be deceitful, and especially if it's an attempt to gain someone or something they want, and it's just really important to keep yourself protected, keep your heart protected, and know what you deserve and know what you ultimately want at the end of the day from this connection. Okay, love. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much, Mercedes. I really hope I brought you some clarity there. It's a tough situation. What is going on here? You're very welcome. You're so welcome, Mercedes. Thank you. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Okay. And next we have Nadia J Moon. J Moon, thank you so much for your donation, love. I appreciate it. Let's move back here. J Moon, please come to the chat. Thank you. And we just received a donation from, hi, J Moon, thank you so much for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question. And somebody just made a donation. Please let me know where you made it and what your name is, where you donated. I've been good. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking, Charles. How are you? Been better, been worse, you know, for sure, for sure. I hear ya. That was you. Thank you so much, Mia. Let me go ahead and add you then. Thank you. What do my employers and my workplace feel towards me and my work? Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What do Nadia's employers at her workplace feel towards her work? Towards her and her work. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What do Nadia's employers feel towards her and her work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What do Nadia's employers feel towards her and her work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What do Nadia's employers feel towards her and her work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What do Nadia's employers feel towards her and her work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What do Nadia's employers feel to her and her work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How do Nadia's employers feel towards her and her work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How do Nadia's employers feel towards her and her work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How do Nadia's employers feel towards her and her work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How do Nadia's employers feel towards her and her work? And I forgot to mention, but today we are using the Dream Keepers Tarot. I love this deck. I only got it not too long ago. Ace of Pentacles, Strength reversed, Six of Wands, Page of Wands reversed, and Nine of Cups reversed. So they definitely, I really like how this begins with this Ace of Pentacles. They definitely see a lot of value in you. They see you as, they feel that you have potential, I feel, within your workplace. Untapped potential, I should specifically say. I don't know if I've told you this in the past, but I do feel this now at the very least. I may have said this in the past, but with this, I'm getting a message that they really feel like they can, you're a mind that they can invest in. You're an employee who they can, who has potential, who they can, who they see you growing with the company. They feel that you're going to find success and victory within the company with this Six of Wands. But there is this energy, and maybe this is just because maybe some of your employers feel one type of way, and we're talking about multiple people here. With 5 cards, that can sometimes be difficult. We're talking about a group of people, but I am, with this, both this Page of Wands reverse and this Strength reverse, I do sense that some of your employers do have a sense that you don't have as much confidence as you should have in yourself and your abilities, and what you ultimately can bring to the table. They know you can bring a lot and that you have brought a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't communicated any of this to you, because I don't see nor feel them being like communicative people, employers, to work for. As it stands right now, yeah, where they see you is that they do see like a lot of potential for growth, and it's a combination of a potential for growth, untapped potential. Hi Felicia, how are you? Potential for growth within the company, untapped potential, and what was I just going to say? Like that they're not fully, I don't want to say taking advantage of you as much as they can, but that they do feel like they could give you, they should, and I do feel like it's on the horizon that they're going to start giving you more responsibility. There was a word that was like right in my head that is escaping me. I hope it comes back. Yeah, I feel like that's a big part of this is that you're like, there's a lot of untapped potential within you, that I hate putting it this way, but like that they haven't taken advantage of yet. But it's also a two-way street. I think that you would have more satisfaction from your work, and they think so too, your employers, if you were given more responsibility. But they also do need to see that you feel confident and sense that you feel confident enough in your abilities. But to that, both me and your guides say, well, it's very difficult to feel that way when you're not told, exactly where you stand. Then you're kind of just left in the dark. If they were, if they communicated this, it would, I'm sure, help you a whole lot. But they don't strike me as very communicative employers. But yeah, I with this Ace of Pentacles, I do think they do strongly value you. I know they strongly value you and do see a lot of untapped potential, and definitely room for major growth with you and their company. satisfaction within your job and them feeling satisfied. They do feel satisfied with your work, but they do feel like you have the mind of someone who could take on more. But with that mind also comes like, you know, a sense, you know, I don't know if you are assertive or not. I'm sure it's hard to be when you're not, you know, in a position of authority. But I think there is some strange dynamic where they are looking for like little like snippets of that, of like of being assertive, or maybe even asking for more responsibilities or learning new things, taking initiative. I think is a big one that's which, and I think you do take initiative, but like going the extra mile, like just even if it's just out of curiosity. Because yeah, there's and Spirit agrees, like there's a lot of potential for you to get from this job, and vice versa, from this job to give to you, and to also get from you energetically. But yeah, they do really value this Ace of Pentacles. It's a very good start. I just yeah, they don't strike me as very communicative types. And like I said, like if you're not told how you're doing, or like where you stand, then it can be very difficult to know if you're feeling ready for the next step, or how much you want to invest somewhere in a certain workplace, you know. So their lack of communication is certainly not helping, but overall it looks good. There's definitely there's nothing that I would see and worry about at all. They like what they see, and they would like to see more of it, more of you shining. They see a lot of potential. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Miss Nadia. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate you. Fashion Destination. Thank you very much for your donation, Fashion Destination. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. I think they would like to see you do more. If they're not going to directly ask you soon, I wouldn't be afraid to ask to take on some more responsibilities, like to show them initiative that you do, or to communicate that you would like to if you want, if that's something you want. That's something else I meant to do, is that you have to assess, you know, how much more you want to invest in this job if you really do want a higher position. I think if you did take on some initiative, and I have noticed this, like with other jobs and workers I've seen, like if they like go, like, I'm not saying that you're not doing great work, because you are, but like doing, like just even learning about higher positions or inquiring about them, I think is one way of showing like an interest in that, and when they see that interest, I think that's when they might start getting the ball finally rolling, because the potential is certainly there that they see and feel in you. But it's not that they want you to necessarily, like, you're doing all the work that you're supposed to do. Like, it's not that you're not doing enough. But, you know, a lot of places do like to see more. Does that mean that they're overworking you? It's possible. So that's where you also have to figure out, like, you know, how much do I really want to put into this place, you know? Yeah, like taking stock of that. Miss Fashion Destination, James and I spoke last week. Will he contact me within a week? Let's see. And what are your signs again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will James contact Mel within the next week? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will James contact Mel within the next week? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will James contact Mel within the next week? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will James contact Mel within a week? Messengers and spirit guides. Will James contact Mel within a week? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will James contact Mel within a week? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will James contact Mel within a week? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will James contact Mel within a week? messengers and spirit guides, will James contact Mel within a week? Messengers and spirit guides, will James contact Mel within a week? Six of Swords, Page of Swords reversed, King of Swords reversed, the Magician reversed, and Five of Pentacles. I don't know, and you don't have to tell me what it was like when you guys last spoke, but for some reason or other, Spirit is saying no. I don't see him contacting you within the next week. If you guys got into an argument of some type, or if it was just like something really heavy, I feel like it's something that he still needs to process. Look at all these swords, love. The Six of Swords, Page of Swords reverse, King of Swords reverse. I can say without a doubt that you are definitely on his mind. This is not to say that you are not on his mind, because you very much are, with all these swords, but he's thinking about a lot. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if it was the nature of the conversation that you guys had, if it was lighthearted or not, if it was deep or just, lighthearted. But I don't feel like he feels ready to speak to you. You had a good conversation. Okay. There's something about him not feeling ready to contact you. At least not, I mean, maybe it'll happen soon, but I mean, we asked within 1 week. I don't know how often you guys do speak to one another. That's another thing, is he may want to keep the rhythm of the conversation to how it is. He told you he's not ready. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely getting that energy with this Magician reversed right here. And a feeling of lack, and it's not. I don't feel like it's a feeling of lack in terms of anything regarding to you. It's definitely like a lot of like inner conflict that I'm sensing from him. And like I said, I would be totally like remiss if I were to not mention that you're definitely on his mind. But he told me he would love to meet me and say hi. And I wouldn't be surprised if he still does want to meet you and say hi. I don't think I don't feel like he wants to cut you out of his life, Mel. I don't feel like that was the last time you guys are going to speak to one another. I don't know how often you guys do speak to one another. I'm getting a message about like the rhythm of the conversation, like him wanting it to stay at the rhythm it has been, about moving things at definitely a slower pace than one would, I guess, normally move things. So I do think he is going to reach out to you, but him not contacting me till next week is something I don't want to accept. Gotcha. Yeah. No. I understand that. Does he talk to you usually more often than that? Do you guys usually talk like all throughout the week, or is that like a really long time for you guys? Because I like I said, I do feel like I would be like, I feel like I'd be remiss if I were to say that A, you weren't on his mind, and B, that he wasn't going to reach out to you again. It could be, in 8-9 days. When I say a week, I mean 7 days from now. At least that's how my spirit guides know I'm communicating that. So yeah, if that's too long of a time, I definitely understand that as well. There's definitely an energy of dragging his feet, taking things really slowly with this Five of Pentacles, and really, really wanting to process things, before moving forward. Okay. But yeah, no, this is definitely, I'm not saying, I do feel like he's going to reach out to you, and soon, definitely within the next, like, couple weeks, 3 weeks, if not sooner than that, but, Yeah, the cards are very, very non-communicative cards. Like, if they were upright, I'd say, like, golly gee willikers, yes. Because they're reversed, it's indicative, with the pentacles, it's further indicative of a delay, because he hasn't fully processed things and what he wants to say, even though it is pretty clear, it sounds. Maybe there is something that he might be concealing emotionally, that he needs to process. But I don't think it will take forever. But you know, you also have to know your boundaries too. This is a beautiful constant. Oh, thank you, Judith. I need to know. I want to know. Oh yes, I would love to read for you, Judith. And thank you for such kind words. I really appreciate you. Yeah, I definitely offer that reading. I usually ask it like, you know, I usually ask your angel guides, your ancestral guides, your spirit guides, just what is the most important thing that so-and-so needs to know right now. But we could ask it any way you would like to, really. Yeah, and thank you so much, Mel. I really appreciate your donation and your patience. And yeah, I hope that you can figure things out sooner than later. Angel, please come to the chat. It is your turn, Angel. Thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Just give me 1 second. And if you could you please post your question? Thank you. What are your predictions for my life for the next couple of years? That's kind of a tough question to ask, Angel. Actually, one second, one moment. So okay. So like, what significant things are coming up in the next couple of years? Okay, and you donated for a 15. Okay, we could. I'm sorry. I thought you donated for a 5-card reading. I'm so sorry. Oh, so you want us to do a 15-card reading? I'm guessing, Angel. No. If with 15 cards, I thought. I'm sorry. I was mistaken. I thought you only had donated for a 5-card, and I was like, that's a lot. That's a big question for a small amount of cards. No, if it's 15, we could definitely ask that question. I don't know how much is going to come out. But Spirit will definitely notify you of what they feel you should hear. What major things are coming towards you in the next couple of years. Okay, angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life in the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming to Angel's life in the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life in the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, what significant events are coming towards Angel's life over the next couple of years? Let's see. The Emperor reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, Seven of Cups reversed, King of Pentacles reversed, King of Cups reversed, Knight of Swords, the Hierophant reversed, Knight of Wands reversed, Ace of Swords, Temperance, Four of Cups reversed, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Two of Wands, the Star, and Eight of Cups. Okay. I don't know if you had plans in mind to move somewhere, Angel, but I do definitely sense an energy of that, not just from your guides, but also what I'm seeing in the cards here, that there is a feeling of a lack of stability. I don't know if stability is the right word I want to use here with this Emperor reverse, but perhaps a better way of saying it would be like a lack of agency, a lack of power where you should have power. And yeah, it's something that's definitely been on your mind, and you've been thinking about very solidly with this Knight of Swords, not impractically, not overly, like, I believe everyone should have a healthy sense of optimism, but, you know, with a healthy sense of realism dosed in as well. And Spirit's definitely saying that your thoughts are very clear in regards to that, that there is something within your life that you feel that you could attain if you were to move away or even just do some long-term travel. Something that you're not getting from your life right now that you know that you could somewhere else or in a different situation. There's something here about having difficulties drawing boundaries with this Queen of Swords reverse. But while at the same time, while it's difficult to draw boundaries, it's also, I feel like it has to do with where you're at right now. because there's issue. I see that there's, oh my, I think we talked about this last week. I think you mentioned something in your reading about familial issues being strained. I'm not going to get into the details because it's private reading. But with the Hierophant reversed and this Nine of Pentacles reversed, that is definitely indicative of those relations being strained and possible. I don't want to blame a physical closeness on those strains, but that does have a lot to do with it. And yeah, there's so much that you want out of this life, that you know that you could attain. Yeah, yeah, you got to do what's best for you. Really, at the end of the day, Angel, I mean, you'll always be there for her, and she should always be there for you, likewise. But sometimes you got to spread your wings and fly. This Knight of Swords energy. And you know that there's a lot out there that you could attain, and a lot of like wish fulfillment, a lot of wishes you could see fulfilled if you were to make this shift. That there are a lot of things or people or energies around you that do feel and look as though they are holding you back in a lot of ways, with this Knight of Wands reversed right in the center, and Spirit saying like, yeah, there really is a decision to be made here. I think that they're definitely in favor of a move, and I'll get to that more over here. I saw that heavy with these energies over here. Yeah, we've got this Emperor reversed, the King of Pentacles reversed. It's like there's it could be a matter of, hi Jolie, good to see you. Could be a matter of feeling, not just a lack of agency, but just like a lack of stability in general. Especially in terms of like, feeling bound or feeling tethered in some way. And Spirit is saying that now is your time to shine. Now is your time to speak your voice and really listen to what your mind is telling you. This Knight of Swords, this Ace of Swords, and to really shine your light and go forth with this Star card. That there's a whole world out there for you to illuminate with your light and your gifts and your good graces that you're also depriving yourself of at the same time. And we've got a lot of Kings reversed. Yeah, this King of Cups reversed. I do feel like, there's, despite being such a balanced person in general with this Temperance card, your circumstances are causing a little bit of an emotional imbalance with this King of Cups reversed, and I feel like anyone would be in that state, and Spirit is definitely saying like, yes, like time to walk away, and especially with this Eight of Cups too, because there's a lot of walking away, moving on cards here, but this Eight of Cups was the one that I was like, oh gosh, that's, it's not easy. Like sometimes it's easier than others to move away, right? But other times it can be very, very painful. It's always painful. It's usually painful in at least one way or another. But this is tough. They do acknowledge that it can be that there are going to be forces that might try and keep you tethered, but ultimately you are not, and you do have the freedom and agency to move forward, to go on and discover what you need to, and shine your light, and get what you need out of this life, and live your best life. I feel like a change in environment would be wonderful for you. I feel like it's great for most people, but especially in this case with your guides just like so furtively agreeing, I really feel like this would be a great thing for you. Yes, it wouldn't be without some of its difficulties. She's been upset for a whole week because I'm going on vacation for a couple of days, and I hate how it's been bringing me down as if she hasn't taken enough from me. Gosh, and you're only going away for a couple of days, and she's been mad at you for a whole week, and that's really just not fair, and it is, and what's good is that you recognize that it is so messed up of her. There are some people who would just think, oh well, that's just her, and that's just normal, but it's not okay. It's not right, and you deserve to have the freedom to move as you please, roam as you please, You know, you're a grown-ass woman, and it doesn't mean that you're depriving her of anything, or that you're trying to take anything from her or anything. It's, yeah, it is messed up, and all you can really do is go your own way, and know that it's, you know, I hate to say it, but yeah, I really don't think she's going to change. I don't think she's going to turn her back on you at the same time. Like, but her attitude isn't going to change. So it's kind of like you can stick around and have that bad attitude, or you can, you know, make that space for yourself when you need to. If she's going to be that way regardless. I'm sorry, Angel, but I'm really excited about your trip. That's really cool that you're getting away. It's going to be a really beautiful time of year, or it is a really beautiful time of year to travel, I think. And yeah, just take some you time, girl. You deserve it. You really do. You really do. And yeah, if she's going to be a brat about it, whether you go or not, may as well just go. It's the way I see it, you know? The trees are so pretty. Oh my god, I took so many pictures of trees the other day. Just like so pretty. Yeah. I love this time of year. Well, thank you so much, Angel. I really appreciate you, girl. And enjoy your trip. I don't know when you're leaving, but I'm sure it'll go wonderfully. And yeah, thank you so much. Miss Mia Perry, thank you, Mia Perry, for your donation. Did you want 2 5-card readings, or did you want a 10-card reading? Ten-card reading. You got it, love. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. I want to know who's coming towards me. Okay. Do you have a person in mind, Mia? Because I can't tell you specifically who is coming towards you because I don't know the people in your life. Or did you want me to explain, did you want me to see like what kind of person they would be like? Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next person be like if they're new? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next person be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What would Mia's next person be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What will Mia's next love interest be like? King of Cups reversed. The Sun reversed. 10 of Swords. 9 of Wands. 3 of Swords reversed. The Tower reversed. Temperance. The Moon. Judgment. And 4 of Pentacles reversed. Oy vey, okay. So this love interest, this next love interest, the first thing I heard from your guides and the first thing I noticed in the cards is we've got a whole hell of a lot of energy of someone who is not over somebody. And it doesn't mean that this person isn't going to have affection for you, but I feel like they are not fully healed from a past relationship with this 3 of Swords reversed and 4 of Pentacles reversed. They have let go, like they're no longer together. This person isn't going to be with someone, but I feel like it's going to be a very fresh breakup and or just definitely an energy of not healing before moving on, because I also see him not being the most emotionally balanced person. And no one is, and no one's necessarily easy to love or easy to be with, but I do very much get a sense of this is someone who, while I do see a lot of attraction towards you, and I'm going to get to that in a moment, I do feel like they're not really ready for something. I feel like they're going to take things pretty slowly. Which at the end of the day, the fact that they haven't moved on from their past is probably for the best. I do see like strong attraction between both of you. That is definitely balanced with this Temperance card. But I do feel, and it's not that I feel like the two of you are looking for different things. It's just I feel like one of you is ready and the other one is not. I feel like where one of you is healed and is ready to share your life and your energies with someone, he, I feel, is trying to bypass a lot of this heartache by investing his emotions in somebody new immediately, when really he should take his time if he does want to, and be sure that you'd be okay with taking your time as well. Because yeah, there's definitely I feel like this person's going to be a water sign. I do get the sense that they're very, very sensitive. And again, with having difficulty accepting an ending with this 10 of Swords and overall being in the dark, not only do we have the moon, but we have the sun reversed here. This does feel like a right person, wrong time kind of situation, Mia. I feel like you definitely should get to know this person, because there's definitely a huge amount, I feel like you're going to be very attracted to him, and he's going to be very attracted to you with this 9 of Wands and this Judgment card. I feel like this isn't something that should just be tossed aside. I feel like it's something that should be taken slowly, taken with consideration that he will heal and he's not using you to get over anyone. That's also not part of it. It's genuine, the feelings that I already feel and sense are very genuine, but do just be cautious of how quickly either or of you try to move things, because I feel like he's not ready to handle anything really serious. I feel like you're going to meet this person soon as well, but I feel like they need another 6 months or so at least to heal. So I do feel like this meeting is fated and is supposed to happen. I don't feel like it's karmic. And I don't feel like it's you're just gonna meet each other and that's gonna be it. I do feel like it will take its time. It will have to take some time. But I also think that that's ultimately for the best, because yeah, you definitely don't want to be with someone whose heart is still attached to another person's, or hasn't fully detached from, not from the person, but from the pain that was caused from the other person. Because that's more what I'm seeing here. Is not that he's not over this other person. It's that he's just very wounded and has not healed. Um, which you can't do, only he can do, you know, and really only time and like furtively trying to understand, you know, that something wasn't meant to be, that can speed things up for sure. Um, but yeah, it definitely, this does definitely feel very significant. It's very unique. I don't know if I've ever read something like this before. I've done this question for other people before, but I've never seen something like this, like this similar to what I just read. And because in the past, when I have read stuff like, oh, this person's not over someone, it's always been like, you know, well, don't go forward with them, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm hearing is something different. Is like, just take your time with this person. It's you don't have to rush things either. And they certainly don't need to. It's really just about getting to know one another. And the two of you should really get to know one another. Because I do feel like he is going to be a really significant person in your life. And, you definitely want to be sure of that, you know, before they become long term as well. So it could really be a blessing in many disguises there. Okay. Thank you very much, Mia. I really appreciate you, love, and I hope I brought you some clarity um, regarding the next person in your life. All right, it looks like we are all caught up with donations. So if anybody would like a reading, the donation list is currently open. You're welcome, Mia. Thank you. Yeah, look up. Definitely a lot of watery energy in that reading. That King of Cups reversed, especially being the first card. Like, definitely look out for the water signs. That'll be a good identifier. And it's quite rare that signs come out for me too, but I definitely felt water signage there. Whoop, whoop. Let's see. One of them earlier than I normally do there. And we just received a donation. Thank you so much for Miss Felicia. Um, Felicia, would you like a 10 card reading? Hi, Felicia. Yeah, would you like a 10 card? You wanted a 10 card? Okay, one sec. I just need to go grab something from upstairs. I'll be right back. 2 questions. All right. The first question is advice from Spirit on my trip and how will it go? So is that one question? You want advice from Spirit on your trip? Like how it will go in general? Or did you want advice on your trip and then you want to know how it will go? I don't mind either way. Let's just do advice on my trip first. You got it. Absolutely. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all advice on her trip. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all advice on her upcoming trip. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all advice on her upcoming trip. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all advice on her upcoming trip. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all advice on her upcoming trip. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all advice on her upcoming trip. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all advice on her upcoming trip. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all advice on her upcoming trip. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all advice on her upcoming trip. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all advice on her upcoming trip. Okay, no problem, Felicia. Let's see. Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles reversed, the Star reversed, the Hanged Woman, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles reversed and the Star reversed. Is this trip expensive by any chance? Are you going somewhere that's expensive? Because I do definitely see the trip being definitely of value, for sure. But with this Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Six of Pentacles reversed, that to me is like things being more expensive. But if you're going somewhere where things are not as expensive, like is the trip like expensive? Like does it cost a lot? Like where you're going? You don't have to tell me where you're going. But do things cost more wherever you're visiting, or did the trip itself, or is the trip itself going to cost a lot? Because I'm seeing a lot of reversed pentacles, and I'm just trying to figure what that is. When I have seen it, not just for other readings I've done regarding travel, when I especially the Six of Pentacles reversed, New Orleans. Oh, I love New Orleans. Is New Orleans expensive? Would I call it expensive? I mean, yes and no. It's a touristy town. It depends on where you're staying. It depends on what you want to do. I feel like anywhere touristy, they do charge more for things that aren't normally as expensive in other places. And I got this card for a trip that I went on that cost quite a bit. That was just like touristy expensive for another person who went to a similar place. And that's where I'm getting this, specifically the Six of Pentacles reverse and Queen of Pentacles reverse. I'm not saying like you're gonna lose money. It's more just like things are kind of pricey, even for the South. Like they're kind of pricey because it's just so touristy. You'll really love it. Like I'm saying, like it's gonna give you a new perspective on things. With this beautiful hanged woman, it's definitely gonna be value added. Like it's gonna be like, even though some things may cost a little more than they normally would elsewhere, it's gonna totally be worth it because you're gonna be in New Orleans. I really feel like you're gonna enjoy the atmosphere. New Orleans actually, this is like 8 or 9 years ago, like brought me back to my love of like the esoteric. I already knew I was like inching back towards that, but it really just solidified it. I even have a picture I took of it. I didn't see it when I took the picture, but afterwards I saw there was a ghost. I got to the Lafayette Cemetery like 5 minutes after they closed, but I took a picture anyway. I got out of the Uber and I just took a picture of the gates, and there's a spectral figure there that I can't explain. There wasn't weird weather or anything that day. It was very bizarre. But very, just overall, I really think you're going to enjoy it. But I do see, and again with the star reverse too, that's often a sign of like loss of just things costing more than they should. But do I think that you're going to have a good time? Do I think, are you going by yourself? Are you going with friends? I feel like it's definitely like it's gonna be exciting. It's I don't know if you're looking for more of a relaxing vacation. I feel like you can like have a nice balance of both. While you're there, like do certain things that are, more relaxing and like, nurturing, and then you can wild out, and or do the things that you see, all the sights you want to see, and do all the things you want to do. Yeah, I think maintaining a good balance is definitely key there. And do I think this is gonna break the bank or anything? No, not. I don't think it's gonna. It definitely not. It just might be a little like, whoa, like I didn't realize things were like kind of costly. I'm now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of do remember it being that way. Like even though I had been driving through the South and like in the South for a while, like there was definitely a difference when I got to New Orleans, but it is that touristy, but it's not over the top like terrible either. It's not like totally out of this world, like super costly. I think you are going to have a good time, and I think it's definitely going to be good for the spirits, good for everything. But I am getting a message of like, yeah, keeping a nice balance of like doing, like spending time with your friends and doing the things you want to do and seeing the sights that you want to see, but like also like incorporating some like relaxing activities in there as well. Okay. And don't ever try on a mask at any of the mask stores. Just word of warning. I really wanted a Venetian mask when I was there, so stupid ass me was trying them on. This was off Bourbon, and I got pink eye the next day. I'm like, gee, I wonder how that happened. So gross. Really hope it wasn't the mask I bought, but good lord. I don't think you'd do anything silly like that. Just a word to the wise. That was what happened to me. I had to leave early because of that. I couldn't get treatment. Sucked. Oh, right. Yeah, I love New Orleans. I really, really do. Oh, I got some new crystals, by the way. I got this, which said it was called an Afghan Phantom Quartz. But I looked up what an Afghan Phantom Quartz was online, and it's the same thing as a Herkimer diamond. I guess they aren't just found in Herkimer, Connecticut. But this was the one I got recently. Don't they look kind of the same? So that's cute. And then I also got this piece of pink, peach selenite, nice and tumbled. I just love the color and the shape. I really like it. I know, right? So gross. So gross. And there's no just like over the counter like medication for that. Like, you gotta get it from your doctor. And ew, so gross. Ooh. And then the second one is just a general reading. You got it. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all messages she needs to hear. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all messages she needs to hear at this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. Messengers and spirit guides, please provide Felicia with any and all messages that she needs to hear at this time. The Wheel of Fortune, Four of Pentacles reversed, the Lovers reversed, Eight of Wands reversed, and the Tower reversed. Interesting. Okay. Well, starting with the Wheel of Fortune here, I feel, well, this deck straight up calls the Wheel of Fortune the Fates. I feel like something that is literally, like, fated for you in your wheelhouse, like, is, like, about to occur. Something major on the horizon here. And good, like good, like something good, something, if it was reversed, I'd be not scared that it would be bad, but I always see the Wheel of Fortune as good fortune, but when I see it reversed, I see it as like a blockage, but you were definitely not blocked. You're definitely not blocked from attaining this and like reaping the benefits of these positive changes manifesting, happening in your life. One in particular, I want some clarity on this Tower reversed here. There's definitely, oh good, I've been working. Yeah. It's definitely an energy of like a good riddance, like energy here. Yeah, that like it's a big change that'll be occurring in your life, and it's something that I don't, it's not something that you've been resisting. I'm wondering if it's, who finally, like, things finally coming to a close there with this Lovers reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed, something and someone being let go of. Cease of any unnecessary communications with this Eight of Wands reversed. This is something major that's definitely, yes, that's really what I feel, girl. I really do. I do feel like this, and I know I may have said it before, that, it's coming soon, but like the energy I'm getting here is like very much like severance, like someone being severed from someone's life, like, yeah, good riddance, a grateful, like the send off to that person, like the finalizations being made, like no more connection at all, like unless it's totally necessary, of which there's, it's not going to be very necessary. I don't feel, only in terms of like co-parenting, and even then, I just feel like there's, like, this is just like finally closing the chapter, that chapter there, that the chapter finally being closed, and it's something that has, like, supposed to have happened and was destined to happen and is meant to happen, but I do see it like really looming on the horizon, like very, very closely, very soon. I would honestly be surprised if it didn't happen at least at the longest between now and the end of this year. And we're, you know, already almost through to November. So yeah, this looks quite promising, Felicia. It's like something is that was meant to happen, is going to happen. It's a closeout. It's a great closeout. Definitely something that you think you mentioned, like affirmations. You've been working on your affirmations. You know, I you know, our guides are always listening to us, and I do think they try to facilitate things. I know they try to facilitate as much as they can on the other side. And I feel like they've really put in an extra push here to like make this, to facilitate this happening sooner than later. So yeah, very, very much an energy of a good ass riddance here. Yes, definitely an energy of good riddance. And things falling into place the way that they should. No longer having to hold on to things from the past and just like, you know, just having a blank slate, really. Oh, right, girl. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Please, I would love to continue reading for you. Will you ever get justice from his abuse? You mean, when you say justice, do you mean like through the legal system, or like apology from him, or like karmic justice? All of it. Okay. Okay. Did you already send your donation, love? Oh, I just got it right now. Thank you so much. Thank you. And did you want this to be a 10 card, or did you have 2 5 cards you wanted to do? You got it. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Felicia get justice from B's abuse? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Felicia get justice from B's abuse? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Felicia get justice from B's abuse? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Felicia get justice from B's abuse? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Felicia get justice from B's abuse? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Felicia get justice from B's abuse towards her? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will Felicia get justice from these abuse towards her. Venus Masters and Spirit Guides, will Felicia get justice from these abuse? Venus Masters and Spirit Guides, will Felicia get justice for these abuse? Venus Masters and Spirit Guides, will Felicia get justice for these abuse? Venus Masters and Spirit Guides, will Felicia get justice for these abuse? Venus Masters and Spirit Guides, will Felicia get justice for these abuse? Venus Masters and Spirit Guides, will Felicia get justice for these abuse? Venus Masters and Spirit Guides, will Felicia get justice for these abuse? Venus Masters and Spirit Guides, will Felicia get justice for these abuse? King of Swords, Page of Swords, the Empress, Nine of Pentacles reversed, Eight of Pentacles reversed, Two of Cups reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, Six of Cups reversed, the Devil reversed, and Queen of Cups. Interesting. I do love this King of Swords, Page of Swords, especially love this King of Swords. The King of Swords is very, very just and very fair, karmically fair, balance, rights the rights, wrongs the wrongs. And I do feel like this, like he will definitely get his justice, karmically here. Especially seeing that Wheel of Fortune in your last reading as well, with this Two of Cups and this King of Swords, I definitely feel like he will for certain be getting his karma for treating you, for abusing you the way he did. He'll definitely, if he hasn't already started racking that up. This Page of Swords is also a signifier of justice, of wrongs being righted, of delegating and assessing what is right and wrong karmically. I feel like in terms though of his own understanding of his shitty behavior and his abuse, I feel like that's only going to go so far with him. Even when things, if they haven't already, start really, really going south for him karmically, I still don't think he's going to put A and B together. I think he's just going to see it as like, oh, woe is me. Like, you know, why is the world so unfair to me? Why are all these things befalling me? He's a narcissist, you know, he's not going to look within and be like, oh, well, maybe it's because I treated Felicia horribly and I've treated other people so horribly. You know, he's not, you know, narcissists don't look within. And that is one disappointing thing about this, but he will be experiencing his karma for sure. And I definitely see, yeah, I see more of that here with the Six of Cups reversed. Like, him feeling as though, or not realizing that this is likely the reason for things befalling him. I don't know if he believes in karma or just, you know, karmic justice or anything of that sort, but I don't think it's going to put him in a reflective place there. With the Six of Cups reversed. But I do ultimately see you feeling set free. And it not having to involve, you know, him actually having his karmic justice exacted upon him, even though it is and will be. I feel like this is a matter of you being justice, being the Queen of Swords, Like, I don't feel like he's ever going to give you the apology that you deserve, love. And I fear also that if he were to apologize, I just don't know how sincere it would be, because those narcissists just act on a different level. And when you're dealing with narcissists like that, or have dealt with narcissists like that, at least something I was taught was it's not the hardest thing to do is really just to if they're not going to apologize, that you just have to forgive them. And I know you're capable of it. And I know that you've come a long way with that too. You know, so far, like very, very far with that. But it's also something that is difficult to at least for me to accept sometimes. The worst things are, or the worst punishment has been exacted upon me. But sometimes if we don't hear that apology, we have to just, you know, I don't want to say forgive them, but to let go. And that's a big part of what I'm seeing here, is just like really being set free from him. Like really not having to deal with him with much like conversation or parlance from here on out. I just wondered if the truth would come to light of all he's done wrong, especially financially. With this Nine of Pentacles reversed, it very well could, with the Devil reversed, because the Devil reversed is divorce. Nine of Pentacles reversed is a loss of one's finance, not just a loss of one's finances, but yeah, it could definitely be a light shed on that, on just how vile he was, all the wrongdoings he did financially. And that's something he will definitely reap as well. That's part of this, I do believe. Like, I really do see justice being served. And yeah, now that you mentioned, I was going to get to this Devil reverse, because this is all about, you know, the contract, the divorce, you know, coming to an end, coming to a complete close. And yeah, I don't see it coming to a close without something about, especially when it comes to family finances, and like like having a family business, or a partnership with one's spouse, like being reckless and wrong with those finances. That I definitely can see that coming to light with this Devil reverse right underneath. And then ironically, well, not ironically, but oddly enough, we have the Eight of Pentacles reverse right next to this Nine of Pentacles reverse. Like, I feel like more is going to be shed, more of this is going to be brought to light. Hopefully in the courts, I'm assuming. But I really see what I'm really loving here is of course that, but also just really an energy of you like being set free. Yeah, you guys had a business together. Okay, yeah, then that definitely checks out here with this Nine of Pentacles reverse. That's often indicative of, yeah, like a family business, or a business that with someone who you were partnered with. Yeah, and ultimately, yeah, I really just see you like set free here, not having to deal with him anymore, and not having to you know to be privy to any of his abuse or any of his wrongdoings, and furthermore, those being brought to light, justice being served here. I really was just like, oh, like we need to have one of the swords, like the court swords cards, come out here. They most certainly did. We got two, and I really do think that those wrongdoings will be brought to light, and I most certainly do believe that if he has not already felt karmic justice put upon him, then he will. I'm sure he will sooner than later, much sooner than later, because the energies here are very, very strong, and like I feel like things have really just come to a head. At least in the energies of his world, there things feel chaotic. This Knight of Swords reverse, like I do feel like he's already starting to reap what he sowed. But again, I also think he's too ignorant or blinded with narcissism to really recognize, like, oh, this may have been related to me not treating people well in the past, you know, and I just sadly don't see that. But that also sadly doesn't surprise me, just because I know the type of person he is and the type of person he's been. And I'm just so grateful that you're ultimately set free here. Um, and things are definitely not on the up and up for him, and they only will be for you. That's the only way they're going, because you live your truth, and you live justly, and you live, by good moral codes, and he doesn't. And there's definitely payback for that, for sure. And yeah, that King of Swords does not mess around when it comes to you know punishing what that which has been done wrong. So yeah, that is what I'm ultimately seeing, Miss Felicia. Yeah, I really love that energy of just being set free, and not feeling any kind of like burdensome connection at all with him, or even the threat of him in your life at all. You're very welcome, Felicia. Thank you so much for all. I really appreciate you. And I hope I brought you some clarity tonight. And I don't know when you're leaving for New Orleans, but if I don't see you before you leave for that, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. I was there. Yeah, I was there. Like, it's probably like 7 years ago now, 8 years ago, and I don't know. Time flies by, but it was a long time since I've been there. But yeah, really, really, really love that city. It's a great city. All right, so the donation queue is currently open if anyone is interested in a reading tonight. It's been so hard at times, and I think of revenge, I immediately release it to spirit. Yeah, that's a really wise thing to do, Felicia. Yeah, because and we all feel that way. I'm sure, like, we're only human. There's times where we feel very, very wronged, and like, we do want to exact revenge on someone, but yeah, that's really the wisest thing to do, is just to release it, put it in the hands of God, put in the hands of spirit to take care of, because they are really the exactors of the most intense types of punishment. Yeah. There's more there. It's hard for some people to believe, and I'm sure you believe it and understand it, I have no doubt, but it's hard for some people to comprehend that spirit actually has sometimes a lot more agency than we do, or can exact a harsher punishment than we actually can, from the other side. So it's definitely very interesting, and to see how karma plays out. I often find that karma, like the longer it takes for karma to hit someone, often the harder the revenge or the punishment can be. But it's not always the case. There, people, you know, they know what's important to people. Our spirit guides do, and if if they feel like we haven't earned it or don't deserve it, they'll exact their revenge. It's hard to believe that spirit has it under control when you've waited so long. Yeah, yeah, and that kind of goes back to what I was just saying, part of what I was just saying earlier too, where I definitely, that it can be hard to believe, especially, but what I have noticed with karma, or have faith, I should say, but what I have noticed with karma is that, like, sometimes the worse the punishment, oftentimes the longer it'll take for spirit to exact punishment, the revenge that's needed, or the punitive action that's needed. Spirit's got it figured out. Spirit's definitely got it figured out. Yeah. Um, yeah, no, from what I've observed, like, the longer it takes, to see things, like, to see karma start to manifest and come to fruition, oftentimes the hardest it is. If it happens like instant, people always want to hear about, and I'm not talking about you, but a lot of people want to hear, will this person get instant karma? Like, how come they haven't gotten their karma yet? I'm like, well, you, quite frankly, probably wouldn't want instant karma for them, because if it was instant, there wouldn't be as much left to lose there. It wouldn't be as exacting of a punishment if it was instant. I feel like instant karma is more for things that's like are not huge egregious offenses, but are still like offenses in the eyes of spirit. But when it's like a huge egregious offense, like what we're speaking of, yeah, that can sometimes definitely take some time. I've noticed, and yeah, it can definitely be hard to maintain faith when we haven't seen something for long. But just from my observations, I've always noticed that it almost always takes longer, the worse it is. I just got really chilly all of a sudden. I don't know why. I'm just trying to heat. There's been many lessons of growth in it for me. Many great things have happened. Yes, yeah, absolutely. It's good to also recognize the gifts from times of trauma and darkness, and just unjust things that have happened to us. Yeah, to recognize that growth for sure that occurs, and acknowledging that, at least in my case, like, I feel like I hope I'm better equipped to identify red flags. And that's definitely part of the growth process. But of course, there's much more too, and I know I've definitely like grown spiritually from a lot of like traumatic events and connections I've had and had to sever. It's not easy. It's not easy, but yeah, there's a lot to be said for seeing that growth and recognizing that. Takes a wise person for sure. Of course, Felicia. No problem. Will the letter make a difference in JM's life? Yeah, I can ask. I don't know what the letter is, but I can definitely ask that, yeah. And what is JM's sign? Oh, thank you so much. I just got it, Felicia. Not sure of his sign. Maybe an Aries. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will the letter make a difference in JM's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will the letter make a difference in JM's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will the letter make a difference in JM's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will the letter make a difference in JM's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will the letter make a difference in JM's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will the letter make a difference in JM's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will the letter make a difference in JM's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will the letter make a difference in JM's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will the letter make a difference in JM's life? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Will the letter make a difference in JM's life? Ten of Wands reversed. King of Swords. Temperance reversed. Three of Swords reversed. And Page of Swords. I'm not getting. I want to say yes, but I feel like it's dependent. What I am seeing is, again, with this King of Swords and Page of Swords, things being just, things being fair. With this Ten of Wands reversed, I see an alleviation of difficulties. With this Three of Swords reversed, I see an alleviation of potential disappointments, or losses, or even an avoidance of anything of that type. But with this Temperance reversed right here in the center, I do see something about some kind of either an imbalance of some type, or something not being as clearly communicated as it should be. Oh, we're talking about the letter, so maybe it just needs to be more clearly worded. Although it sounds like whatever the letter is, whatever its intent is, should have a positive effect from what I'm seeing here. Like I said, I don't know what the reasoning is for the letter, or what kind of benefit it would be to JM's life, if it is with the intent of basically alleviating hardship, making his life not as difficult, or things just improving, or in one specific area. I do see that. And I thank you for your donation, Hailstorm. Thank you. It's $7.77 for a 5 card reading. So for $4.99 we could do like a 3 card reading if you wanted to do that, or you could donate the difference. Thank you. So the overall it looks like it definitely would be conveyed effectively, whatever the message is. Again, I don't know what specifically this is in the hopes of bettering or improving, or make what kind of difference it's trying to make, but it does feel like a positive one. So I hope that's a good thing there, and especially with it being, you know, a letter, and with this King of Swords and Page of Swords. I do feel like the message will definitely be, despite this Temperance reverse, I feel like that the message is going to be, or has already been, like very clearly and succinctly conveyed and expressed. And yeah, I definitely see in getting the feeling of just like alleviation of hardships, or eradicating any potential hardships that could be on the horizon for this individual. So yeah, I do definitely see making a difference, and ideally a positive one, if that's what the intent was leaning towards there. Okay. Yeah, swords are very good when it comes to communication, and yeah, communicating what's needed to be communicated in the right way. And so yeah, it looks quite promising, Alicia. Thank you very, very much again for your donation, love. I appreciate you as always. And yeah, so that was the only part that like kind of confused me. As I mentioned, Temperance reverse is usually indicative of some type of imbalance of some kind. Okay. Yeah, something that's out of balance that may be causing stress and anxieties. It's usually a reminder for us to reflect and think carefully about what needs to change. So I think, you know, if the letter's already been written, then, you know, I think that's really all that can be said there. But the Temperance reverse, yeah, that I feel like the message was conveyed well. Hailstorm. The difference is, so you donated $4.99. The difference is $2.78. Hailstorm. Thank you. I don't feel like this is indicative of things not being conveyed correctly or accurately. I feel like this is more just you know, a reflection on how this letter would affect his life, or what, how you would want to see things, how you'd want to see it reflected in his life. I hope that makes sense. Does that kind of, yeah, because I will say it was the only card out of the 5 that did kind of throw me off a little bit, because everything else just looked really, really promising. But I do feel like Temperance reversed is yeah, very much like almost like Four of Swords reversed, like really reflecting on the changes one does want to see in their life, and the improvements and alterations, and a recognition of balance, you know, things in moderation, and remaining balanced, despite some difficulties that may arise. But yeah, seeing 2 swords in terms of when we're talking about letter, I feel like that's quite promising. It's definitely like, you know, getting one's thoughts across in a solid, succinct way there. I need to go grab something upstairs. I will be right back, and we will jump into Hailstorm's reading. Thank you. All right, and we are back. Sorry about that. Okay. Hailstorm, are you still there? And thank you very much again, Felicia. I really appreciate you, and I hope I brought you some clarity. Lots of clarity with those questions. Thank you, love. And you'll just do a 3-card reading. No problem, Hailstorm. I'm sorry, love. What's your first name again? Oh, your initial is S. I remember now. How does NR feel about me currently? Did you want me to? So how does he feel about you currently? You're both Libras. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does NR currently feel towards S? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does NR currently feel towards S? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does NR currently feel towards S? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does NR currently feel towards S? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does NR currently feel towards S? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does NR currently feel towards S? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does NR currently feel towards S? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How does NR currently feel towards S? The Devil reversed. 3 of Pentacles reversed. And Ace of Wands reversed. It's interesting because I'm not saying that the cards are, well, the cards from what I'm seeing are I'm hearing a different message, a slightly different message from and energies from your guides in the situation than I am from the cards, but I'm going to get some clarification here too. Let's start with this Devil reverse. You guys are both Libras. Okay, yeah, Devil reversed is usually so what is the situation actually with you and him? If you could just give me a quick refresher on that. Is he someone from your past that you might have started something new with? Because the Devil reversed is usually about making adjustments in one's love life, or a connection with someone. Doesn't have to be romantic. Often ending like codependent tendencies and energies, breaking those kind of energies and binds. You're getting to know each other. You just met a few weeks ago. Okay. This 3 of Pentacles reversed. I don't know how often you guys. Okay, I was just going to say, I don't know how often you guys get to see each other, but that there is something about things fundamentally being difficult, and some fundamental challenges between the two of you with this Three of Pentacles reverse. Like it's hard to make the time for each other and to see each other. I mean, part of a relationship is physically being with someone, knowing where someone is, not just emotionally, but also physically, you know, not like you have to spy on their every move or anything, but just like that closeness. And that is, I do feel like that is a bit of a concern for him. Because I really don't, I do feel like he feels very strongly for you. And I do feel like he doesn't want to disappoint you as well. At the same time, how did do you, if you, I mean, you don't have to answer me. I'm curious how you guys met. If this started long distance or if it became long distance. Because there would definitely be, I feel like there's a difference of energies there depending on if it started long distance or if it's something that had to happen over time. You met at your job, okay. So you guys have met in person, but there is just this physical distance between the two of you. And he would, okay, he was on a business trip, got you, okay. Yeah, when I see this Ace of Wands reversed, I'm not, normally in a reading, how I would see and perceive this card would be, I feel like this may be on its last legs. It may not be just, not on its last legs, but like it may just have too many challenges. You know, not that you guys aren't good for each other, but just kind of a wrong time, wrong situation. Maybe just, it'll happen at another time, but not right now. But what I'm really seeing from this Ace of Wands reversed is more of just like a rocky start to the beginning. And I don't mean rocky in this, like, I feel like the two of you feel very strongly for one another and do very well communicating with one another. But there is something to be said about there being difficulties when one starts something. When things begin long distance, and or within the workplace too. I know you guys like, you talk, yeah, that's what I felt. I felt like there's really good communication, open communication. He makes time for you, he makes space for you. But he is concerned that there are some very real obstacles, but it's not, and I'm not saying that you guys can't overcome them. And I'm not saying that he feels that you guys can't overcome them, but it is a concern of his. Like I said, he really has strong feelings for you, and he wants to keep the communication strong. He has no intentions of pulling away here. But he also understands like that the reality of the matter is that there are some difficulties. I don't know if you have any plans to go visit him, or if he has plans to come visit you, or if that's even possible, or if you've talked about that. Getting that ball rolling would be, or if you even wanted to do that, I'm not sure. But I do feel like the energy, you are planning a meetup. That's wonderful. That's great. That says a lot. Like he is, yeah, if he's making plans and trying to make room for you in his life and you the same, then that's where I was like, hey, this is like kind of the energy I'm feeling and sensing, like just from my guides, like psychically, was just, I feel like it was not completely different from the cards, but just differed from how I normally would see these cards, but because the energy between the two of you guys is strong. Yeah, it's just that very real obstacle there, just the distance. But it does sound like it's something that you guys both want to put effort into. Yeah, see where it goes. I think so too. And there is, there is a benefit to long distance in that sense. Like, you do have that challenge, and if you still do miss each other and still do yearn for each other, and you still have that distance, I almost say yeah, that's a good sign, like it's very tough to manage. And if he's wanting to, and it's a nice way to take things kind of slowly too. It doesn't have to move. You don't have to move things too fast. And when you move things really quickly, that can be danger there. Okay, so cards do tell he's into me. That I am sensing more just from his energies that he's into you. And actually, yes, from the cards, like these are his concerns. We asked how he felt about you. And yeah, it really, doesn't it? Yeah, I agree. It really does. It didn't specifically say like, Oh, he feels A, B, C, and D about you. Or A, B, C, we only have 4 cards. But those concerns are very... If he didn't have those concerns, S, I don't think he'd be into you. If he wasn't concerned with the fact that you guys were long distance, if he wasn't concerned with the fact that you know, that was a factor, then I don't think he'd be into you. I think he would just be like, you know. But you know, it's good to always take things slowly too. You know, you're just getting to know him and he's getting to know you, and you really like what you see thus far, and I believe he really likes what he sees so far. So it's just about, you know, spending some more time to get to know one another and really feeling each other out. Yeah, the energy feels good. Yeah, I don't think he would have those concerns if he wasn't into you or at all. You're so welcome. Thank you, Hailstorm. I appreciate you, love. All right. Okay, so I've been on for a little over 2 hours, so I'm gonna do a last call for all donations tonight. I'm pretty sure I'll be on again tomorrow. I should be. But if you have any burning questions, if anybody out there has any burning questions that they would love to have answered tonight, please let me know right now in the chat. That would be great, and I would love to read for you this evening. Last call tonight for all donations. If you would like a reading, please either just send your donation now or let me know in the chat. Ideally, just let me know in the chat. That'd be cool. Thank you. Last call for any and all donations tonight. And if you have enjoyed this live stream, please be a buddy and remember to click the like button. It really, really helps me out. Thank you. Last call for any and all donations. Last call tonight for any donations. If you have any burning questions that you need answered this evening, let me know. Otherwise, I will be signing out for tonight. Last call for any donations tonight. I'm gonna give it another 10 seconds or so. All right, and with that, I'm gonna call it a wonderful night. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will likely see y'all tomorrow. If not, definitely Wednesday. Good night. Bye.